Mr. Bolton. Come on in.
Thanks very much.
Have a seat, Mr. Bolton.
Thanks. How are you today?
Actually, I'm good. It's been a really great week so far. So, based on the meeting we all had last week, Jonathan and I had dinner together 2 nights. During that time, we each talked about our days and actually tried to listen to one another.
That's amazing. It sounds like when you both make a commitment to do something, you follow through. How ready are you to pick up where we left off last week and start to draft other sections of the service plan? Like the activities that you will take on and the strategies I will facilitate to support you to achieve your outcome and goal. If it is okay with you, I will take notes throughout our time together to make sure we remember everything.
Sure, that sounds like a good place to start. Once we're all done, we'll have to sign anything?
That is a great question. After we review the plan together, I will offer you the opportunity to sign, indicating that you are in agreement of the service plan. We know that making a commitment increases the chance that the plan will be successful. If you prefer, I can type up the section that we work on today, and you can wait until next week to sign when you and Jonathan can both be home.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Based on our discussion, you and your son chose to work on a family function outcome, particularly related to spending more quality time together, taking pride in each other's accomplishments, and making a more active commitment to each other to always be there for the other one. It sounds like you have already begun work on implementing your goals since you had dinner together twice last week and really listened to each other.
Yes, we did. At the end of the day, we truly love each other and want to spend more quality time with each other.
So let's start by making sure the outcome and goal are stated the way you want them to be. Family functioning. Jonathan and Ivory Barden will strengthen their relationship, particularly related to spending quality time together, celebrating each other's success, and actively expressing the commitment they have to each other on a regular basis. SMART goal. Over the next 90 days, Jonathan and Ivory Barden will make time to be together at least 3 times a week, having dinner together, going somewhere together, or playing a game or other activity together at home. During these times together, they will be fully present, no texting or using their cell phones, and talk and listen to each other about the successes and challenges of their days. They will both record in their day at a glance calendars the feelings they have, what they particularly liked about the time together, and describe how grateful they are for the time together. During one time each week, they will talk to each other about what they wrote down in their calendars and talk through similarities and differences. How does this sound?
Yes, that's exactly what we agreed to. Thank you for writing all that down.
What activities have you and Jonathan come up with to increase the chance of you achieving your goal and outcome?
Well, we actually talked about this last night since I knew you were coming here today.
Get another indicator of the commitment you are making to each other.
Okay, we might need help with our list, so let me read to you what we wrote down together. We did the exercise you suggested last week. We first made a list of what we would have to do to be successful on our own, and then we made our combined list. So 1, by Sunday night each week, we'll make a plan of which days or nights we will spend together and make a tentative plan for what we would do. Have dinner together or go to the movies, something like that. We'll list this plan on the refrigerator door and both record it in our Days at a Glance calendars. We'll send each other calendar invites, so we'll have the days timed and planned for each of the 3 times on our phones. 2, we'll select which of the days, times that we will make sure to include time to talk of our entries in our Day at a Glance calendar notes. 3, we'll each look for community activities and put them on the potential list of things to do by Sunday night. Some of them might be related to Jonathan's school.
Wow, I'm so impressed. What will you do if something comes up and you can't manage one of your times together?
Well, we sort of talked about that, but I guess I forgot to write it down. How about this? If something comes up where the original plan doesn't work out, instead of canceling it altogether, we can agree to a new date and time to reschedule.
Yes, I think that is a 4 family activity. So how can I support you both to follow through with your 4 activities?
I guess you could let us know if you hear of any community activities, preferably free or low cost.
Absolutely. I will make a commitment to do that. I will also let you know when our agency has donated tickets to sporting events or movies or community fairs and such. How about if I also ask you to share your day at a glance calendar notes, and after comparing them, facilitate you and Jonathan talking about the similarities and differences? At least at first, until you get the hang of this on your own.
That makes sense. Honestly, since we've grown apart, it's hard to know what to say to each other sometimes.
I did my homework too. Mind if I share another idea with you?
Please go ahead.
What has worked with other families is if I fairly regularly ask you to report on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 representing not very well to a 10 could have happened better, how well you feel you have achieved your SMART goal each week. We can make note of the number each week, then talk about what can make it better, and maybe add in those ideas to your weekly plan.
I guess that can work. They always ask me a similar question every time I go to the doctor's office.
Excellent. So I will take everything we talked about this week, type it up, and bring it back to finalize with both you and Jonathan next week. Same day and time?
You got it. Jonathan and I both blocked our calendars. It's just that this week Jonathan had something at school that conflicted with today's visit.
Totally fine. See you next week.
Thank you.